No, I want him dead. Yes, today. I don't care if he hasn't gotten the 120 and 120 yet. I need it done today.
Oh no!
Hi guys. Today, I'd like a little bit of your time to talk about something a bit different. See, if you're anything like me, you remember a time about 5 years ago, just before we got the Spyro Reignited trilogy, a hopeful time for Spyro fans filled to the brim with gorgeous looking fan projects and the decadent waft of optimism permeating the air. It was exciting to be a Spyro fan in this era. Around then, we were being blessed with the active development of two major Spyro the Dragon fan games, Spyro Myths Awakened by Cyrides and LO Officer, and Spyro 2 Spring Savannah by Monocle Potato, Rubber Rabbit 2, and Husbjorn, among others. Spyro Myths Awakened started as a spiritual sequel to Spyro 3, quite simply titled Spyro 4. In mid-2017, Cyrides revamped the project into what it was then to be known as Spyro Myths Awakened, featuring Spyro, who would traverse new worlds and battle gods from Greek mythology such as Cerberus and Medusa. The fan game was praised for its incredibly tight controls, great music, and gorgeous, faithful visual design that felt like a proper extension of the classic Spyro formula. Multiple demos of this fan game were actually released over the years, and can still be found nowadays if you look hard enough. Spyro 2 Spring Savannah, on the other hand, was meant to be more of an extension of Spyro 2, demonstrating what a potential fourth spring-themed hub world could have been like. A lot of footage can be found on Monocled Potato's Reddit submissions and in turn his YouTube channel. The footage that can be found there is absolutely jaw-dropping. The project looked incredibly in-depth and faithful to the source material, complete with orb challenges and even dialogue.
Well done, my boy!
Great. Even a planned third boss battle was supposed to be implemented against the bird Ripto was flying on during the final boss of Spyro 2 that the team dubbed Soar. No demos of this fan game were ever released. Development was kept behind closed doors until the team were ready to show something off. These fan games showed a ton of care, passion, and delicate handcrafted effort had been put into every single polygon, proving that Spyro fans could make what Spyro fans wanted. Proving that Spyro fans were talented and more than capable of putting out quality Spyro gameplay without a big budget or team. It was looking like the late 2010s was going to be an incredible period for Spyro fans, especially with the curveball the Spring Savannah team would throw next. In August of 2018, after Reignited had been announced, Monocle Potato would put out a post on the Spring Savannah WordPress titled 20th Anniversary Egg Hunt. The link on this post would take you to a custom website with a riddle on it, decorated with the Spyro 1 font and Spyro-themed skyboxes. These riddles were all Spyro 1 themed, and would require you to play the game in a new way to figure out the answers. Every week, this website updated with a new riddle, with some of these riddles being really damn hard to figure out. Consider the eggs you have earned and find their pattern. Then, at long last, name the object that corresponds to the final addition to your basket.
Okay, cool.
What the hell?
Eventually, the weeks went by, and the Spyro community had worked hard together to solve these riddles. But what was at the end, you might ask? At the end of the series of riddles was a trailer for a new project that would set the community ablaze. Spyro Dream Nexus, a new project by the same team as Spring Savannah. Word spread of this fan game like wildfire. The community was on full-on red alert. A third fan game! Spyro fans weren't just eating, they were about to be feasting. Aiming to be yet another extension type of fan game, this time of Spyro 1, we can see a very fleshed out artisan style level, a peacekeepers level, and a dreamweavers level, all complete with wooden and metal chests, fan chests, spring chests, egg thieves, and new dragons to be freed. This game was every Spyro 1 fan's dream come true. I could not wait a single second longer for this game to come out. At the end of the trailer, we got our release date, 23rd of October 2018. That was it! I counted the days, one after the other. Every single day I spent waiting and dreaming of what else this fan game had in store for me. It was between then and the planned release date that something worrisome happened. See, when the Spyro Reignited trilogy was announced in early April, despite the fact it was met with immense praise from Spyro fans, it was met with some immense skepticism and reservations from others, namely those involved in the fan game scene. See, Activision isn't the worst company in the world when it comes to fan games. Usually, they'll let them slide when they're not impeding on a currently active franchise. That was the basis the Spyro fan community was riding off of all this time. But now, Spyro wasn't an inactive franchise anymore, and the foundations these fan game developers had laid their work on was now unstable. At any moment, Activision could choose to strike any one of these projects down. And on September 21st, 2018, that's exactly what happened. A cease and desist order sent straight from Activision's lawyers was sent to one Sebastian Chapman, aka Cyrides, the lead developer of Myths Awaken. He was ordered to cease and desist all development and production of Spyro Myths Awaken. The dream was dead. Cyrides called everyone involved with the project into a voice call to break the news. We were devastated. It didn't take long for Cyrides to retool his fan game into an original project, now known as Zera Myths Awaken. The project continued in this direction and has remained in development to this day, albeit it is currently on hiatus.
That's all well and good for
Myths Awaken.
but what are we to do?
On October 23rd, Husbjorn posted a video entitled Game Over, a long scrolling text box over a recreation of the Spyro 1 Game Over screen, dictating that the Dream Nexus and subsequently Spring Savannah projects had been shelved, out of respect for the launch of Reignited. However, it was stated in that video, and I quote, "This does not mean that the Dream Nexus project is scrapped, at least not yet. Just that now was unfortunately not to be a good time for it." The decision was met with unanimous understanding combined with frustration pointed towards Activision. The most unique, new, and interesting Spyro content we were going to see for years had just gone fully underground. So here we are, 2023. And we've still not heard anything major from the Dream Nexus team. We've seen Zera Myths Awaken blossom into a beautiful game in its own right, but I'm sure many of us are wondering, what's happening with Dream Nexus? Well, let's do a little detective work. If we look into the comments of some of these unlisted videos of Dream Nexus, namely the trailer and the Game Over video, we can see responses from Monocle Potato and Husbjorn giving us a few key details of the status of the project. On the 31st of December 2021, a comment from Tom Percival writes, "Hi, I'm just wondering if this project and Spring Savannah are still active?" To which Husbjorn responded, "It is my hope that we'll be able to reveal what became of these projects in 2022. Ah, it's 2023. Guess that didn't happen. Let's keep looking, shall we? If we look into the comments on the now unlisted Dream Nexus trailer on Monocle Potato's channel, we can see a few comments asking about the status of the project, including one from yours truly from 12th of January 2021. Let's look into the conversation that happened between us. It was already my understanding at the time that the project was being worked on underground, so my first burning question was, have they improved it any? Specifically, I asked, did you end up expanding your vision for this, or are you just releasing it as is in the trailer when the time is right? To which Monocled responded, yep, we did expand our vision for it. The levels were expanded, and we added more enemies and dragons. It now currently is about the length of what I initially intended Spring Savannah to be. This is a key piece of information that, whilst it has been technically public, I feel has gone unheard. Something that I hope, now that is fully out in the open, can restore a little bit of hope for Spyro fans. Dream Nexus and Spring Savannah are still coming. Making fan games takes an astronomical amount of effort and patience. Patience that this talented team of artists and developers absolutely do not owe us. So let's be patient ourselves. When these projects are ready to drop, they will undoubtedly drop. Likely in a better state than any of us have ever seen before. And rest assured, when that day comes, I'll be first in line to let you know. Let's support the incredible talent we have in our community. Working on 2 projects of this caliber for over 5 years with barely any public acknowledgement must be hard. And so for that, I say thank you. Thank you Monocle Potato, Rubber Rabbit 2, Husbjorn, Cyrides, Elo Officer, and everyone else who has ever poured their hearts out into a Spyro fan game, big or small. This community would not be the same without you. Thanks for watching.